Our modern world is fabricated out of a specific logic. We live within a rigid structure of bank accounts, cell phone data, and numbered schedules. We treat these facts as a solid foundation, yet history shows that today's absolute scientific truths are destined to become tomorrow's fables. This is the shadow of intellect. It is a mode of perception rooted in dualism, where the mind only sees life in terms of opposites, black and white, right and wrong, fact and fiction. While this intellectual framework has advanced our technology and built external prosperity, it offers no help for our internal difficulties. It leaves us trapped in a cycle of doubt, expectation, and mental exhaustion. This is the Maya, the ancient term for the great illusion. By immersion in a world built purely of facts, we inhabit a construct that separates our perception from the actual nature of reality. Ancient cultures experienced the cosmos as a timeless, unified whole. They saw a world where everything was interconnected, long before the modern mind began to segment reality. In this Sanskrit text, we see the remnants of a different logic. To the ancients, number was a magical connective tissue. It was a tool to see correspondences, qualities that linked a specific plant to a specific stone or a celestial rhythm. Monuments like the stones of Callanish were built to witness the passing generations. For the people who erected them, time was not a number to be tracked. It was an energetic rhythm to be embodied. This holistic view began to fade as the human brain evolved toward the dialectic and reason. Thinkers like Socrates represent a pivot point where we unmerged from nature, giving birth to a logic of identification, science, and the modern intellect. By stripping numbers of their spiritual quality and reducing them to mere quantity, we lost our courtship with the divine. We traded the magic of the whole for the certainty of the part. We cannot return to that archaic golden age. The brain has moved on from its earlier stages of evolution, developing into a dualistic mechanism that is hardwired for reason and conflict. To escape the Maya, we go forwards. We move from original oneness into the historical era of two, and finally into three. This uses the mind to go beyond the mind, a logic of unity, seeing the infinite web connecting all our life's patterns. Navigating this evolutionary gap requires the gift of precision. Precision is the ability to recognize which patterns are in resonance with truth and which are merely paper tigers. It allows us to step through the illusion of facts and align with the actual rhythms of the seasons and the stars. We traditionally associate precision with masculine exactness, the rigid digital schedules and measurements that dictate our days. A higher, feminine precision operates differently. It is a fluid alignment with the moon and the tides. It is about harmony rather than exactness, knowing that sometimes the correct timing moves through apparent disorder. This alignment is achieved through sin thinking, the ability to think across multiple dimensions at once. It involves taking a higher archetype, like a gene key, and allowing it to illuminate the rigid numbers of your life from within. Through contemplation, you pinpoint the false opinions you've embodied and reorganize your environment to serve a higher harmony. As you align your individual life with these sacred principles, you begin to see that the ordering principle of the entire cosmos is unconditional love. Precision awakens this love by placing the individual in the service of the whole. This shift grants you the grace to move with absolute equanimity through periods of change, perfectly attuned to the universe regardless of external chaos. At the highest frequency, facts dissolve into the city of impeccability. This is where intellectual certainty is replaced by a cellular certainty that can only be described as truth. Truth is authentic presence. It is a single emotion or action fully owned and fully embodied, requiring no external expression to have influence. In eternity, the result of a life, the art, the music, the books, is secondary. The act of creation itself, the purity of the heart in the moment in the kernels, is the only thing etched into the fabric of the cosmos. Impeccability does not mean flawless performance. It means utter authenticity. Every mistake and every wound is a part of the impeccable moment, as long as it is fully owned. We are moving toward a state where the recording of history falls away. In this integrated, timeless way of being, we stop keeping score and simply live as the choosers who have become the chosen. The Japanese art of kintsugi involves repairing broken pottery with gold or silver. The result is an object more precious than the original because its history is now part of its beauty. This is a physical lesson in impeccability. Your history and your wounds are not meant to be disguised. They provide the depth and authenticity that make you exquisite. The bird associated with this transformation is the woodpecker. It finds value and sustenance in old dead wood, making its home in the very parts of the tree that appear beyond use. Look at the dead wood in your own life, the parts of your past you try to escape or feel ashamed of. These are the places where you must draw your sustenance. Breathe new life into your inner being and fill those cracks with the golden light of self-forgiveness. You are perfectly imperfect. Remember, the only real influence in the universe is your pure, authentic presence, showing up as yourself, inside yourself, in every waking golden moment.